top 16 with the top 8. But there you have it. The guys are on stage. Chris Wong going up against DestroyGodz. Now, I believe, like we said before, DestroyGodz, this is his debut here at the Capcom Cup.
If I'm not
maybe
mistaken.
even an environment like this in general. So
23 years old, so very young.
it may come all at him, like, you know, in an instant flash, but hopefully you are playing Guile, so you can flash kick your way out of trouble once or twice. I don't advise it all the time.
Obviously, Chris Wong going to have the experience advantage. 23 and 32, they're like Sophie and Rob from 90 Days. But Guile versus Luke, I'm very interested to see how this one plays out, because as we mentioned, the players from Asia are so good at dealing with the projectiles via perfect parrying, whether that's in block strings, whether that's in the neutral. Is Chris Wong just going to shut his game down?
Hot take.
Give it to me.
I think these two have the best anti-projectile tools in the game, which is their level 1s.
Oh,
so
that's a good point.
You might actually see both of their level 1s in the mid-range actually being used at some point, if they use the bar for that specific use. But that's my hot take. And he already tried to use the Hammer of Justice, and DestroyGodz blocks in time. And like I said, he's very patient in the mid-range until he gets parried.
The Karate Kid wax on, wax off parry.
Misses his flash knuckle there. Uncharacteristic of Chris Wong. That might have been a miscalculation on the spacing there.
Looked like it, right? Looked like he just didn't realize that the corner was going to result in a bounce like that.
And he caught it.
That's one of the best ways to stuff that Sonic Blade setup.
Because the hurt box in front of Guile is huge.
Yeah.
He's walking around there, not trying to whiff any mediums. Does connect the flash kick conversion. And he's literally going for the gusto here until he gets hit with an arbitrary DI.
Yeah, Chris Wong feels comfortable going for that, right? Because his opponents have burned out. DestroyGodz beautiful flash kick, though. He still has corner advantage.
Well, he's got charge as well. So he's got to be careful about the projectile he uses there, Chris Wong. But that's why he's going for the gusto.
Yeah, and you saw Chris, he let that drive rush rock. He tried to blow up fuzzy timing on defense. But great discipline from DestroyGodz.
Delay throw, yes, because that's what catches everybody off guard. The slow fireball into the Sonic Cross, you drive rush, it's been overhead, you commit to a low, said no. You're very good at parrying. Let me grab you real quick.
So he dragon suplexed them. Shout out Kenny Omega, get well soon, fam. But the counter poke right there with the buffer behind it. Chris Wong will spin the whole bank. Since it's the first hit, right, he's got plenty of time to build even more meter. His plan is to go to that final round, of course.
Let's see if DestroyGodz firms it or gets out. He's going to firm it. Pressure being there, and he's burned himself out again. No conversion into crossfire somersault, and that was not a perfect flash kick either.
Yeah,
the Hammer of Justice beat the crouching fierce.
Bro, you saw him lift too. He was trying to anti-air with all his might. Doesn't matter with the Hammer of Justice coming down, and the chip recognition from Chris Wong assassinating the life bar.
Good old Street Fighter 4 block string from the cross-ups there, and the crouch fierce trade this time. DestroyGodz will take that trade as long as he's allowed to preserve his life bar. Again, trying to approach on that space is the conversion, and he will spend his level 3.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, especially as Guile, right? You definitely like having the other person on the other side of the screen, set up your projectile game, put them at perfect space to where if they jump, you can flash kick them.
Well, Chris Wong needs to close the distance, then look for a perfect parry on the fireball. That's what he needs so he can get another jump, and he tried to jump there.
Indeed, he went with the roundhouse. I wonder if the Fierce would have won clean. Probably not, but nonetheless, DestroyGodz in a decent position, and just as I think that, the money button gonna switch up.
A lot of people walk into Chris Wong's medium attacks here. DestroyGodz just displayed that, and then a conversion into the flash kick. He's got Sonic Hurricane to save him from trouble if he need be.
DestroyGodz so close to closing out this game, and the anti-air trade will be enough this time. 1-0 for DestroyGodz.
Like I said, man, this guy illustrated such good patience when I was playing him, when I watched other people play him as well, and it's like, again, you know you get agitated up at that range, and you want him to whiff a medium, but he's making sure crouch medium punch connects, so he can initiate offense, or he'll happily trade with a crouch fierce against the jump fierce from Luke.
And he's not letting Chris Wong have anything easy, right? We saw like a neutral jump bait out from Chris Wong earlier, it just got flash kicked.
Of course.
Like, he's not letting anything go past him. And as you mentioned, the trades on the anti-air, he'll take that all day as well.
All right, Bazooka Knee, that was 0 on block, it looked like there. That's why the jabs did trades. We're talking frame data knowledge. Now he's starting to use so back kick, and he will trade with that again, and it creates more space than he needs. Converts into the flash kick once again, and he's still opting to close the gap range.
Yeah, he tried to parry. He thought Chris Wong would take his turn after seeing that crouch medium kick on block. DestroyGodz, yeah, there's some time to build back up that drive meter. Doesn't necessarily need to make his way in.
Backs away here, again, trying to snuff out maybe a jump, maybe a crouching medium punch conversion here is Chris Wong, but there it was.
Oh, yeah, great recognition from Chris, even off of a non-perfect parry.
Jumped. Oh, that could be the round. He'll burn himself out in the process to do it. So he might have to spend level 1, and he will do it.
He didn't need to put the team on his back. Saves the meter instead. 1.5 bars go into this. That's a good look.
That last bar, that last bar, that was literally the optimal stuff. He saves the Vulcan Blast just in case of a desperate situation here.
Absolutely.
Don't stand hard punch into drive rush cancel in case of a flash kick on the option select.
And not only a desperation situation, but as you mentioned, a great anti-projectile tool. Against Guile, there's plenty of spaces to use that level 1.
Crouch fierce again. He loves using that crouch fierce. Because he's focused on allowing not the charge to be like the bane of his existence in this matchup.
I love that he's really prioritizing the spacing, right? He's like, I'll trade on the anti-air as long as I am at my optimal distance.
Because it's the way Chris Wong's moving at him. You're not always going to sit in place and like take the pressure.
Oh, but there is the level 1. Sonic Blade, put that away.
Is he going to rebuttal with his own Sonic Hurricane if he gets the chance?
Oh,
the charge is what's letting him down at times. Yeah, see, it's charge because he keeps moving. So
for sure. Hey, I mean, Chris Wong's recognizing that as well, and what a whip punish to tie up this set. Oh, boy. Don't show him any of that.
He tried to crouch and medium kick because it was a bit slow at the start. He's like, okay, Chris is being patient. He's looking for my Sonic Booms. He's trying to jump. Maybe I might just, tease a little, maybe throw out. He said, nope, cancelled.
Can't show him that one, bruv. Keep your feet to yourself.
Denied.
Not that type of account.
See, he'll start far away and then he'll close the distance there, try to get a crouch and medium punch, but the Sonic Boom beaten to it. There's a jump. He's going to look for one more jump if the perfect parry don't work, but there it is. And this is it, the optimization I was talking about earlier today. Look at that.
Corner carry indeed. Not a lot of drive gauge spin. A very prominent spot for Chris Wong to be in.
DestroyGodz neutral jumped in the corner there. He's going to have to go out the earnest way.
Oh, and then again the buffers, or maybe he even just confirmed that when it was a fierce after all.
That looked like connect on the ladder frames, and this is huge. Yeah, he's going to capitalize on the whole thing.
Yo, life, bro. What happened to it?
And then the throw.
Spine buster.
And he's very good at doing that, Chris Wong. He'll jump in, and you're like, okay, the perfect power can turn this around. He's like, no empty jump throw.
Yeah.
And you won't do that, especially after your flash kick didn't work out.
And Chris Wong, he's so good at recognizing when they're actually in lethal range for a throw to kill, right? Well done. That's when he busted it out.
Playing at that extremely risky range there for Guile is huge for Luke, and he got crouch fierce. I like that he's still implementing and risking the jump, just to let him know you still have to focus on this just as much as the ground.
Absolutely right. You got to make your opponent think about as much as possible. That's one of the key ways to overwhelming them.
Hey, listen, man, Juna said it best. You want to be the one causing the problems, not fixing them.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Shout out to Juna.
I'm not going to look for a jump again, not just yet. Gets the check.
Quick little check with the buffer behind it. Chris Wong, that's been his bread and butter so far. That's how he's ran this corner.
That second jab was about to get with punish there, but luckily recovered in time. DestroyGodz just needs to walk his way out the corner. He needs to forget Sonic Booms and walk his way out the corner.
But you gotta, it sounds much easier than it actually is to accomplish. Especially with Chris Wong right there as a wall. Has plenty of meter to answer with whatever he busts out with.
It is, he got out. Oh, the Sandblaster keeps him caged in. He still has a level 3 here as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm scared of right now with all these booms on the screen.
If Chris Wong gets a jump in, I think he's done. Crouch medium punch, he may still be alive.
He'll be close for sure. He'll have double drive rush from this instance. Jump in is trading with DestroyGodz. Has to make sure he doesn't eat one clean. No flinching on the drive rush pressure. What a counter poke right there. Catching him in the middle of that. Cashes out into level 3. He's going to put Chris Wong on life support.
All right, let's see if Chris Wong closes the gap and threatens with that level 3. He still has level 1 as well, so he can...
Oh, he tried the perfect parry, but he burnt himself out because he mistimed it, and the jump falls on the Sonic Boom.
All right, we're going to a final round in this final game here as well. Chris Wong with all the resources, including that super meter as well.
DestroyGodz from the Panamanian FGC, bruh. 1 round away from putting some blood on Chris Wong's plate.
Tries to go low again. He's firming it on defense, walks away. Lovely walk back there. Surprised he hasn't really used back fierce. Oh, no!
With that crouch medium kick, that has been punished by Chris Wong time and time again. Time to use the level 3. Build back up your own drive gauge.
There you go. Generating as much as possible, and he'll threaten DestroyGodz here with 1 grab.
Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs, spine buster.
2 grab. Do not panic.
All day, every day. Oh, and as you said that, Jammers, he tried to press something, got caught flinching. Oh. Chris Wong doesn't finish it off, though.
Flash kick. He can chip him out with a level 1, but he didn't even need it. That delayed jab from Chris Wong, which means he gets 2 dubs today. His matches are done for Group B. Unlucky to DestroyGodz there. Again, that last decision with the discipline to not tech there and then go for the flash kick. Exactly. Even when you had like basically a nose hair of health left. Insane.
That's why I was very impressed with like any neutral jump bait we saw from Chris Wong in that set. It got flash kicked. Like that was a very impressive showing from DestroyGodz for sure on that one. But Chris Wong at the end, right, just too good for too long. to really overcome at this point. But DestroyGodz, it definitely could have been his set, absolutely.
This was his biggest challenge in terms of matchups on paper. You could see that as well, the way that Chris Wong was navigating neutral here as opposed to what he was doing earlier as well. Had the conversions on point. And even if you have to be just that little bit extra patient, he's got the damage output. The damage output ain't going nowhere, not until they balance the game.
Yeah,
but,
that's for sure.
You know, he always had the threatening stuff there, always threatened with the jumps because as well. If you have an exceptional ground game, mix it up with the jumps, man. And the trade I think works in Luke's favor damage-wise, but position-wise for Guile.
Sure.
So...
yeah, right there again. And another thing about Chris Wong, right, is that his buffers on the ground were just so strong, right? All of his spacing, as you mentioned right there, threatening with so many jumps, that makes you think about the air, that gives you hesitation on the ground, and vice versa. How good he was on the ground gives you hesitation in the air. That's why there was never any flash kicks. He had to worry about being at the proper space on the ground so often that it was mainly just the crouch fierces and anti-air. And Chris Wong constantly with the crouch medium punch buffer or just straight whip punishing like that, he never let an opportunity pass him by.
I'll recite this point numerous times at the group stages and probably on the final day as well. All the small components that go into playing neutral in this game, when you really break it down, I mean, you've been studying a fair bit. It's actually pretty fun when you kind of put all them together to build that kind of Lego block castle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about this game. It really is the fact that all the system mechanics and the way the chain lights work and the frame data off of the lights and the lack of plus buttons in the game, it really creates a very dynamic and interesting meta around people pressing buttons in that close quarters range. And we saw it play out here. Beautiful counter hit right there. DestroyGodz had his own buffer with the crouch medium punch behind that one as well.
If I had to be finicky and nitpick something, just to DestroyGodz future matches, got to be highly cognizant of the drive gauge because he's gotten cancels, he's burnt himself out in situations. I know Guile can fight pretty well in burnout, but he didn't have the real estate to fight in burnout pretty well. That's a very good point you need to mention when you're fighting in burnout. Do you have how much real estate do you have? If you got them in the corner and you want to walk away, you can do so. But he didn't quite have that as much time, so you're doing pretty much 75% of the work for Chris Wong. So in the matches coming up for DestroyGodz,